Welcome to this gorgeous night on Deck Night on the Rocks. So what are we getting into, Hummer?
Tonight we're going to try two things that look completely the same, but they're absolutely completely different.
They do look exactly the same.
We're going to get into why these things are different and decide what, if either, we like.
All right.
In just a minute. Stick around for all the fun.
I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own.
All right, good evening, and we're going to do some Four Roses, and I'm a little excited about this because it looks exactly the same, but apparently they're two different bottles. Am I right?
Well, the bottles are exactly the same, but the juice inside of them are completely different.
All right, well, to me, it says Four Roses, single barrel, private selection on both of them.
Yes.
The front, 100 the same,
But
right?
they're not.
Oh, one says NS, one says SS. So tell me, what is different?
Well, it's not just what you're seeing on the bottles that's different, because the majority of the bottles are the same. They are the same bottle. They have the same labels, but the big difference is, or a small difference is, if you look at them, is this one is 56.9 proof. That one is
53.5.
0.5.
Does that matter?
Yes, it
0.5?
does, because
Yeah.
it makes it a whole proof
Okay.
higher.
53.5.
Okay, so this one is, it's got an SS on it, so it's warehouse number.
And this
that's
one says NS.
NS. So, I mean, in the world of brick house warehouses and warehousing, that's a big difference. A lot, Wild Turkey makes a big deal out of which warehouse theirs comes out of. Does Four Roses? That I don't know. I've never heard it being a big deal with Four Roses, but because I know they distill it in one location, they distill it in Lexington area, and they house it in the Louisville area, Bardstown area. Hey, YouTube watchers, if you're watching this channel, that means you like bourbon, or you like us, or you don't like us, and you're watching. But whatever reasons why you're watching, there's a way you can keep watching.
Like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe, and share.
So whenever you guys hit the bell, that'll give you notifications for whenever we post a video. And the important thing that it does is let you know when we're doing a live stream. We typically do our live streams at the end of the month. We always give away bottles of bourbon. If you're looking for bottles, we try to give away some that's not always the easiest to get. You never know, but we always try to give something away at the end of the month. So hit that bell, make sure you get those notifications so you don't miss out on anything we're doing. Also, lastly, is we get this little button down here that says join. You guys can join and be a member, be part of the Deck Night crew. There's multiple levels of membership that will give you different options and opportunities to participate with the channel. So go and check that out, see if it's something you'd be interested in. Join, be a member. We'd love to really use the help to get this channel growing. Make sure you share and comment. Share and comment are the most important things. Like, subscribe. We really appreciate all you guys. We hope to see you around again with your comments and in our live streams.
Join us on our live stream coming up soon.
Keep sipping. See you next time.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, but what Four Roses' biggest distinction is, what they stand on the most that makes them different in all of their bourbons,
Yeah.
is their recipe.
Well, then that's where that comes in.
So
this
that's
thing on
your
the side.
big difference. That's the big difference, is this label, hold it up, on the side right there. They have these single barreled labels, and
One even says where you
well,
got
this one was from Green Meadow specifically. They chose that barrel.
Okay.
Well, this was East Tennessee, so this one was like
Just went out.
No, it was done by the distributor
Okay.
of East Tennessee. So they picked the barrel or barrels, and it went out. Now this label, which is weird to me, is this one has the yeast strain on it, and this one has the yeast strain on it. But this one has the age statement, which this also has the age statement. But what this one has is the mash bill. This one does not have the mash bill.
Okay, and so my age statement is May 2023,
When it was bottled.
aged 11 years, 2 months.
And this one was bottled in November of 23, and it was aged 10 years and 11 months.
Okay, and then it says Four Roses recipe selected down, and mine says OESQ. What does yours say?
OBSF. So let's before we get into these bottles, but I tell you, we're going to multitask. And Amy's going to pour these, and we're going to sit while we talk.
Pouring. Oh, I finally realized what they mean when she's going to break it.
Yeah, you got to pull it straight up.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
So she is pouring the OESQ. So this is the OESQ, and that's the OBSF. So what's the difference? This is going to take a while. This video is going to be a little bit longer than we like. Four Roses has 10 different recipes. The recipes include So it's 2 different mash bills, mash bill B and mash bill E. I don't know why they chose B and E, but they did. And then they got the 5 yeast strains, and the yeast strains are the V, the K, the O, the Q, and the F. So on these bottles, you have OBSF and OESQ. Well, all of them will always be O. And O means rich fruit.
Okay.
They're all O. And then the S is always, so the third letter is an S, and it will always be an S because it's straight whiskey. All right. So then the B, so that one being OBSF, the B stands for B mash bill. And this is an OESQ, and this E stands for the E mash bill.
Okay.
So the second letter will always be B or E. The first will always be O.
That's the mash bill.
And the second will always be S. The third will always be S. So it'll always be O, B, E, S.
S.
And then the last letter will be one of the 5, either V, K, O, Q, or F. And this one's a F and this one's a Q. So the
And what does that mean?
O, so this one's an F, and F means herbal notes. Herbal notes.
So in the smell.
No, everything.
Okay.
It's going to be,
Taste and smell,
everything's
it's
going to
gonna
be herbal.
Okay.
And then the Q is floral essence. I would imagine that this OESQ is going to be very sweet.
With the floral.
Yeah, because it's got a fruit influence. It's mash bill, so the E mash bill is 75% corn, 20% rye, and 5% malted barley. So it has a high corn content, which makes it sweeter.
Yes.
So it's going to have the sweet fruit, the sweet corn, and then floral, which I would lend to sweeter than bitter or not, or savory, or whatever word you want to use. So the next one, or the other one, is OBSF. So it has got rich fruit, the mash bill of 60% corn, 35% rye, and 5% malted barley with the herbal influence. So this one,
Which I could herbal and floral. Herbal would be
opposite of floral.
spicier.
Yeah, I would think so.
And then, okay.
So this one's got a 60%, 35% rye, 60% corn, 30% rye. So this one, I'm imagining, is going to be spicy.
Yeah.
Compared to this. Now, spicy compared to other things, you don't know. But these two, this one's going to be spicy. This is going to be sweeter. So we should expect spicier
and sweeter.
Okay. So just for a quick rundown on what we just went over, there's 10 different mash bills. There's going to be a 4 distinction on their identifiers. It's going to be always going to be an O. Then it's going to be a B or an E. It's always going to be an S. Then it's going to be one of the 5, V, K, O, Q, or F. And you can find all that on their website. So
a lot of knowledge.
It's a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
All right.
And now I'm understanding more of why there's so many different kinds of one
Well, you know, it's
label.
A lot of other companies, like say Buffalo Trace, just to be an example, they have 2 mash bills for their bourbons, and they have a wheated mash bill. Then they have a couple others, a rye mash bill and whatever. But everything's based on 2 mash bills. And everybody's like, how the hell can you have so many different expressions when the mash bills are all the same? Well, Four Roses pretty much just proved it to you, because you have 2 mash bills, but then whatever yeast you use has a different influence. So it can change. It can change your whole experience. Let's get in. So you go ahead and start snooting on the OBSF, and I'm going to find out what the professionals say their notes are.
Okay, so other than where it labeled, why don't they just put a whole different name on it so I don't get confused?
Maybe because you know how, like, we talked about in our business, we want everything to be marketed and branded the same. Maybe they want to keep everything standard with their labels. Their labels all look a lot alike, and it's all Four Roses. You know, they have so they just
but they're also. It doesn't have to say private select. It could have said spicier select, sweeter select.
But it might not be spicy to some people.
Yeah.
You can't pigeonhole it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, go ahead,
just
do your thing. Yeah, we'll nose it and give them your what you smell, and then we'll compare.
I mean, it's right in the name, I would think, that your noser.
Well, all because it's there doesn't mean we obviously we know.
You can though. You've got that baking soda, allspice, going on with the spicier one, and then you go over to this one, and you automatically get the floral and the more richer fruiting, almost like a pecan, sweet pecan. So you try it.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find professional notes, because it's going to be.
Well, we're going to be your professionals.
Because, I mean, unless we find that exact yeast strain, it's not going to have the
I don't
different
think that
one.
we need it.
Yeah, this OBSV. Yeah, well, whatever. We can do it on our own.
So let's see if you can
Tell the difference in the
Tell
smells?
the difference in the smells.
It smells good, I'll tell you that. Definitely a difference.
Oh yeah.
Can I tell the difference? Can I tell you what the difference is? No.
No.
I can't even pull one note out either one of those. I mean, I can be general and say
So do you
floral.
have a sweeter and a spicier?
Do I want to have integrity and say yes, I do?
Have integrity and tell us what you really mean.
Have integrity, say yes, I do, but is it because I already know which one's going to be supposed to be sweeter?
It's true. If you would have done this before, would you have noticed?
No.
All right. Well, let's try tasting.
Well, did you give any different specific tastes, notes?
And this
Spicy?
is only what?
Oh, that's not only. These are high. These are single barrel strengths, honey.
That's going right into my esophagus.
Both of these are barrel strengths. That's 56%. So 118, 112, 113 proof.
Oh.
113 proof on that one. And this one here is...
I can't take this. Let's see what happens.
This is 107 proof.
Go ahead.
It's got good color, good legs. I don't like this cup because it always sloshes out. It's too short.
Well, don't slash it that much.
Honey, that's how you're supposed to do it. Very runny. Whew. It's got a lot of fire going back.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's going like it's burning.
Yeah.
And I even drank a little before this, so I wouldn't get that burn. I'm getting the burn.
You can definitely taste the spice in that sucker.
It's got so much burn and spice going down it. I can't get all the flavors with it.
Rich fruit, low corn, high rye, straight whiskey, herbal notes.
Just like
Herbal
what
notes.
you explained. But you would think you could pick up a little bit more.
Are you
I'm
getting
not
any
picking.
fruit? You pick any fruit, like a citrus. No citrus there, no berries, no raspberry,
I'm
strawberry.
getting more of a vanilla aftertaste.
Well, it's still bourbon, so it still should have the common vanilla caramel.
Yeah, but some of them, like
oak.
this, it's the aftertaste. Like there's, on some of these bourbons, I don't get aftertaste with everything, but there are some that linger, and this one definitely lingers a little bit more.
Wow, I couldn't tell you. I mean, to
And
me,
it's oily on my lips.
I tell you, I'm going to go with the normal Homer response. I like it.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm
strong.
not liking it.
It's giving me a lot of activity, a lot of punch,
Mm-hmm.
and the heartburn's reacting. My heartburn, I try to ignore the heartburn and not include that in what I feel for bourbon because that's just not what everybody else. This is me. So I like the taste and I like the feel. I don't feel like it's overly aggressive. I feel like it's like on the edge, though. It's close. It could be too much, but maybe if I wasn't in the mood that day, it would be too much. But I'm feeling okay today. That is good. I like the spice. I don't feel like it's too much. Am I going to be able to sit there and tell you guys like what specific notes I get? I don't. I can't. I'm not getting. It's supposed to be rich fruit, but I'm not. I don't know which fruit. I'm not getting any citrus. I'm not getting any like sweet berries. So
I'm getting all baking spice and some vanilla.
it definitely has a lot of spice action, but
Yeah.
it's a high rye. It's 35% rye.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
Buffalo Trace considers their high rye smash bill 14% rye. This is 35% rye. So that's a high rye for a bourbon, and you can tell, and I like it. But I've been starting to enjoy the ryes more. So I think that's probably, before I taste this one, I'm going to say I think I should like that one more.
Really?
But
All
go
right.
for this is the 75% corn, 20% rye, which is still pretty high rye. Their low rye is still higher than Buffalo Trace's rye mix.
I love these notes more than that one. It's
So it's rich fruit
getting a candy
and floral essence.
candy pecan. That's what I'm getting. Candy pecan.
So sugar. You just poured it on yourself.
Oh, I hope it doesn't stain. Here you go.
You should go take it off and rinse the water in it.
Yeah, I probably should. All right. Oh, I didn't taste it. My boobs taste it. Definitely getting it on the tip of your tongue. Nothing on the top, nothing going down. I like this better than that one.
It's definitely smoother.
I don't know if I like either one of these that much.
I do, but I love Four Roses, so I think it's great.
Yeah.
I had to include Four Roses in my top 5 because I just love them overall.
I like this one better. What do you think? I'm getting more notes, more richness, more everything, more fulfillment out of that one.
I think I like this one better too,
Oh.
but I like them both.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't like that at all. This is gonna stain. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Shirt good?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's not like you haven't seen this before. So we're just gonna finish this up.
Just like a bikini top anyway.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish this up.
So let's hit that one and this one again, and then we're gonna choose which one we like and say what. Obviously, there's 10 different mash bill or restrained recipes, so it's not like you're saying all of them are better than the other. But between these two, and can we say, let's just, you try and then I'll ask questions.
I don't like it. I have nothing to say about it.
You don't like it?
It's not, it tastes like pine sol.
Why do you say pine sol? I get no pine, none of that flavor or smell at all.
You don't get like a pine out of that?
I get a very, very distinct spice and
it's like a cleaner on the floor.
Well, I mean, we've said that before. We have used that as a term for our bourbons in the past.
This wouldn't be something that I said, oh, I really want that, or even I can do that. I think if somebody offered me that, I would just not drink it. Well,
so let's put it this way. You had all 10, which we haven't tried the other 8. Well, we may have, we just don't know it. So all 8 of them, 10 of them are sitting here in the bottles, and I said, which one do you want? You would automatically be like, don't want that one.
Yes.
Okay, try this one.
I like that one.
Any reason?
It's got more notes.
Can you pick a note?
Yeah, it's got that pecan in it. It probably doesn't have pecan.
Like a nut or just like straight up pecan?
Like, strawberry chicken salad. Mm-hmm. And if you go to Aubrey's, I don't know if you guys know Aubrey's, but it's
Aubrey's is a Knoxville restaurant. So they probably don't.
So
just like a sweet chicken salad that has nuts in it, some type of nuts, like a praline or something.
Pecan. It's a glazed pecan.
So you go to Buc-ee's or
with some blue cheese
Carnival
crumbles.
or Fair where you get the roasted nuts.
That is what that is. It's not nuts. It's pecans.
Well, they do roasted nuts, but
you
want a roasted pecan.
Yeah, pecan.
Yeah.
You're saying pecan.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
People say it different ways. People say pecan, pecan.
What were you saying?
Pecan.
Was I saying pecan?
I think you said pecan.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. People say it different ways. How do you say pecan? Pecan. It's like, what's the other word? There's other words like that too.
Caramel.
Carribean.
Oh, I never thought of that one. Anyways, I like that one way more. It's just on my palate more. I definitely
get the floral notes from this. Again, I'm not going to be able, I'm not that good. I've been doing this I've been drinking bourbon my whole life. We've been doing this close to 2 years trying to pick, be professionals, and that's why I always use breakingbourbon.com to get real notes that the professionals get, because I'm not good at it. I agree with the floral. I do agree this is sweeter. It's a higher corn mash bill.
But if you are new to this, and I would go to a liquor store. Homer says, go get some Four Roses for us. All right, he tells me select barrel, single barrel, private selection. I'd go to the store and I'd just grab the first one.
Yeah.
I would not see
the
huge difference. And I'm sure that people who really know their stuff
they would
make sure to see which one it was. I would not.
When I got this, because we got one at Green Meadow, and it's in our Green Meadow, tag it up here, our Green Meadow allocation drop. And then I got one at North Shore. And the reason I got it was just to do this, to have the 2 different types of mash bills and Four Roses recipes. But when I was sitting there at North Shore talking about them, the 2 or 3 guys that were there with me, they were like, oh, did you try this one? Have you tried that one? They knew. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know. I'm not chasing them.
But apparently
it's a big deal. These people that really like Four Roses, they know the 10 different ones.
And it makes a big palate difference, because if you go and get a Four Roses and you introduce it to a Four Roses, everybody, I want you to try Four Roses for the first time. You give me this, I'm going to say I don't like Four Roses anymore.
Yeah. But we love Four Roses.
I do like Four Roses.
Of the whole body of work, the distillery itself, which we have never been to the location in the Bardstown, Louisville area, but the distillery itself, the story, the history, the bottles, everything about it, that's just great. And,
until you put this in front of me, I never understood the letters on the hood. So thank you.
But you've been to the distillery and they explained it to us.
Yes. But
it was overwhelming there for that day. But going, I got this. This is for 2 bottles of bourbon, all the specifics. That's how much shit goes into this.
And you say, I've been to the distillery and
You were
told
drunk.
me it's not about being drunk. I don't think you realize you can hear it all, but until you actually taste the same bottle with just a few little letters different, I think that's when you get it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this. I like this one better than that one. I like them both. I would drink this first. I agree with you. If you went to the store and just grabbed the bottle, you would come home and drink that. Be like, oh, I'm never drinking that again. I get it. But you're not going to go to a store and they're going to have 2 different ones. You're going to get a case and they're all going to be the same.
Okay.
So like when I went to North Shore, this is what they had. When we got this green metal, that's what they had. Now, are they going to collect boxes and then have different ones available? Possibly.
Maybe.
Could they request it and they send it to them that way? They might. Depends on the distributor. Depends on, I don't know.
I know when I go to the liquor store, I'm going to look at my Four Roses bottle now and know that I do not want OBSO.
Well, one thing I don't know is because there's a bunch of different Four Roses. You got your small batch select. You got your shitty fucking little yellow label crap that I'll never drink. And then you got your single barrels. You got your single barrel strength. We've had single barrel plenty of times. We've had bottles like this that were single barrels, but they weren't barrel strength.
Yeah.
The only ones I've ever seen personally, and I could be wrong, I'm remembering right, that's had the recipe on the side were the single barrel strengths.
Okay, so not everything's like this.
No, they're all part of that 10 recipe. They're going to be one of those 10 recipes, everything they make, but they don't disclose it on the bottle. I don't think they hide it. They just don't put it on the bottle. So you could probably Google and find out what your bottle is. Because one time, and again, I forgot. I totally forgot. The small batch select we had, it was a certain one too. So I think small batches are going to be this. Small batch selects are going to be that. The single barrels will be...
Am I the only one that this is way too much for?
I mean, that's one reason why I was like, I won't get into Bardstown. And I don't dislike Bardstown. I think they're a great concept. Their distillery is cool, but they have so many different expressions. And on top of that, like the Fusion series, there's at least 7, if not 8, Fusion series. And they have so many, and it's on the bottle, so you can look at it and see it. But there's so many different, whatever's on there. And it's like, I don't want to fuck with this. And we already had this discussion in the Bardstown video we made. Tag it up here. She thinks it's good because they're making all these different ones and people are going to go after them, which I don't disagree with. People are going to try to have every one of them. Well, I walk in the door and I see all these different ones. I'm like,
you get overwhelmed.
I'm not doing it. Fuck it. I'm going to go drink some Russell's Reserve 10 year because that shit's simple and it's easy and it's always there.
Yeah. So. But yet, I've been getting into New Riff, and it's like that. It's got so many.
Well, they have a lot of, but you're right. They have a lot of different options, but it's like what you said at the beginning of this. Why don't you just put a different label and a different name on it?
I just need that.
They don't say this is New Riff Single Barrel Series 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 1,000. They say this is New Riff Single Barrel. This is New Riff Small Batch. This is New Riff Single Malt. This is New Riff Single
So
Rye.
I always go back to Apple, and Apple has the same phone, but it's a different series. Right?
Yeah, but
it's got different features to it, and it doesn't say. Oh, it does say Apple Plus or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I think that's a bad analogy.
Can you edit that?
I can. I think it's a bad analogy. I'm not going to edit it out because I want to make this point. I get what you're coming with because it is a constant change, just like what they do. But Apple's is a bad analogy because they're improving their product.
They're all the same.
Changing their product.
Yeah. But I think that if you, I don't know, I guess it's easier for them to put different letters than coming up with a different name for every single bottle because just the little tiny changes does the whole entire liquid. So, that's a lot of names.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So
anyways, I like this better than I like that.
Before we end this, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell. If you guys aren't members, which, there's 1,700 almost subscribers and we have 22 members. So join, be a member, help us grow this channel, help us get more bottles, help us be able to travel and do some more bourbon hunts, which most people love those hunt videos. So we really want to do some more. So we need some help to be able to have some journeys and do some bourbon hunts. So help join members, super chat, super thanks, all that stuff. You guys hit the bell. So whenever we do a live stream, you'll get notified so you don't miss out on those live streams because we give bottles away all the time. We do a lot of other fun things. We love having conversations, interactions with everybody. So make sure you're there. You can talk to us, ask questions, and have a great time. It's fun. We do a lot of craziness. Crazy shits happen.
Always. All right. Well, go for roses. Keep up those bottles.
Yeah, Four Roses, even though Amy doesn't like this one, she does like that one. I like them both. I prefer that one. And when I say that one, I mean the OBSQ. So that's good.
It's a difference.
Big difference. So
Huge difference.
So we had to, to give an example, tag it right here, Buffalo Trace. We did a video with their Buffalo Trace bourbon and Buffalo Trace single barrel, and we sat here and tried them. And at the moment, we kind of could tell a difference, but really, if I was drinking one from today to tomorrow, there would be no difference. I could absolutely not tell a difference.
This one has a huge difference.
This is a major difference. So I think that I can give respect to that. They don't hide it. They put it out there. I like the way they do it. Do I like this one that much? Would I buy this one? If I was looking for a single barrel strength and I walked up and saw the OBSF, I'd be like, man, I ain't getting that one. But
didn't he just say that he loves this?
No, I like this one.
Okay.
But I like all of Four Roses. I love the story. I love everything with it. And the small batch select is awesome. And all the single barrels we've had have been good. So,
well, so now are we going to collect all the letters?
No, I don't care. It doesn't bother me that much.
They're completely different.
They are completely different. Are you interested in
I
having?
am interested.
So do you think we should get all 10 different bottles?
I don't know.
Well, look, it's going to be hard to get because these fuckers, this is almost 2 years of us chasing bottles.
Oh.
And this is the first time we got these was about 4 months ago. And we never saw them anywhere else, and they just popped up.
The private select.
Yeah,
or the letters.
The single barrel strength.
Oh, okay.
They came and they've gone. And we had an opportunity at a couple different stores to get different ones, but one, they're between $100 and $120 a piece. And that's $1,200 for 10 bottles.
Four Roses, bring it down and I might go hunt some more.
No, see, I'm not going to do that because, to be honest with you, put it in perspective. We're doing this channel, so we do these things. We got these other bourbons that are out there. So we do this because it's what creates the content. But I like the single barrel select, or the small batch select, and I like the standard single barrel, which those bottles are between $59 and $69.
Which is doable.
So why in the hell would I ever buy this?
Yeah.
Because I don't give a shit.
Because you really like it.
No, I don't like it that much more than the other ones. Or I may even like those other ones. If I wouldn't got that and put it out here and tried it, I'd probably like those. I might like those better.
Maybe.
So just like we talked about in our previous video, 1924, we really enjoyed the Old Force 1924, but is it $60 better than the 1910? So is this $60 better than the standard single barrel?
I don't know, you'd have to take it out.
I don't think so.
All right, well, I'm going to cut this short because I'm freezing.
Well, you're naked.
I know. So, anyhow, love the Four Roses. Keep it going.
Four Roses is great stuff. Comment below about what you guys think about the Four Roses, the individual recipes, and this video and everything else. And don't forget about the Gramco, thegramco.com. Use EK on the Rocks 20 to get a 20% discount at the Gramco for Delta 8 and Delta 9 products. We appreciate all those of you who have already purchased, and y'all need to be like all them and go purchase some if you haven't. And don't miss out on the live streams. There will be more, and at least once a month. Hopefully we're going to get more in before that, but it will always be at least once a month. All right, now, we done?
Yeah.
All right. See y'all.
Yeah, oh my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day.